Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the newly elected officials of the city of Zamboanga. From the 1st District, the Honorable El King Omaga. From the 2nd District, the Honorable Vincent Paul Elago. The Honorable Crisanto de la Cruz. The Honorable Jimmy Villaflores. The Honorable Senator Jimenez. The Honorable Aljihan R. Eddy. The Honorable Rogelio Valet Jr. The Honorable Miguel Alabar III. The Honorable Joselito Macahon. The Honorable Lilibeth Studio. The Honorable Primer Adan Olaso. The Honorable Linaco Elago II. The Honorable Albert C. Atilano Sr. The Honorable Benjamin Ghana IV. Honorable Josephine Pareja. The Honorable John Dalipe. The ex-officio members of the Sangguniang Lungsod, the President of Liga ng Barangay, Honorable Jerry Perez. Mandatory representative, the Honorable Tuku Hanapi. The President of the Sangguniang Kabataan Federation, Honorable Gary and O. Wong. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the newly elected representative of the 1st District of the City of Zamboanga, the Honorable Congressman Cesar Jimenez Jr. Let us welcome new City Vice Mayor, the Honorable Romel Agan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Her Honor the City Mayor, Mayor Maria Isabel Climaco. May we request our guests to please take their seats while our officials are having their photo ops. Thank you very much. May we now request our members to please take their seats.
The maiden session of the Sangguniang Congress of the Zamboanga City will now come to order. Let us all rise for the benefit of prayer. May we request Councilor Crisanto B. de la Cruz to lead us in prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Almighty God, be with us all as we start our maiden session in the Sangguniang Panlungsod. Inspire us to work wholeheartedly for the common good and the welfare of our dear people and our beloved city of Zamboanga. Help us to genuinely work as a team and bring out the best in each other. May we truly utilize our talents, plans, and visions for the progress and development of Zamboanga City, so dear and loved by all of us. Send us your Holy Spirit for the gift of wisdom and knowledge, so that together with one mind and heart, all of us be given the strength and energy to do what is fair, beneficial, and meant for the common good interest, devoid of personal interest or motivation or agenda. This we ask through the powerful intercession of Nuestra Señora del Pilar of Zamboanga. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi. Di ka pasisiil sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughang. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwan at ipagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mang-aapi ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Itaas ang kanang kamay ay sabay-sabay natin bigkasin ang panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatan nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may kalayaan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayan ng makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
Zamboanga, hermosa, preciosa, perlita, orgullo de Mindanao. Tus bellas dalagas son las que hermosean tu deliciosa ciudad. Flores y amores que adornan tu jardín. Tú eres la imagen del bello Eden. Zamboanga, hermosa, preciosa, perlita, orgullo de Mindanao. Flores y amores que adornan tu jardín. Eres la imagen del bello Eden. Zamboanga, hermosa, preciosa, perlita, orgullo de
the councilors. Let's say the councilors creed. I'm a Philippine councilor. Issues and ordinances go down to the general welfare constituents. Pursuit of happiness, peace, and prosperity. Within the public service of ourselves and principle of my official activity.
May I request the City Secretary, Attorney Kenneth Vincent P. Baldua, to call the roll of members of the Sangguniang.
Roll call of members. The Honorable City Vice Mayor Romel S. Adan.
Here.
The Honorable Miguel Alavar III. The Honorable Albert Adilano Sr. The Honorable Crisanto de la Cruz. The Honorable John Dalipe. The Honorable Algian Eding. The Honorable Juan Climaco Elago II. The Honorable Vincent Paul Elago. The Honorable Benjamin B. Gingona IV. The Honorable Tungku Hanapi. The Honorable Cesar Jimenez Sr. The Honorable Joselito Macrohon. The Honorable Lilibet Nuno. The Honorable Kay Maradan Olaso. The Honorable El King Omaga. The Honorable Josephine Pareja. The Honorable Jerry Perez. The Honorable Carrie John Piok. The Honorable Rogelio L. Valesco Jr. and the Honorable Jimmy Villaflores. All of the members are present, Your Honor. There is a quorum.
At this point, let's listen to the inaugural addresses of the elected members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, starting with Honorable El King K. Omaga.
Okay.
Hello. Kaka-nervous pala yung mauna. To the esteemed members of the City Council, my fellow colleagues, in this worthy endeavor, to our beloved City Mayor, Mambeng Climaco, to our beloved Vice Mayor, Honor Meng Agan, the City Congress District 1, Jowo Jimenez, to the District 2, City Congress, Manny Dalipe, co-workers in the fellow government, ladies and gentlemen, mga ciudadanos sa Bongueños, takita rin di la presencia este día, buenos días, assalamualaikum, maayong buntag, naimbag na aga, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. I am humbled by the honor of our people have bestowed upon me with their faith and trust, and the rest of the honorable members of the council. And I will endeavor to present each of our fellow Sambongueños with utmost determination and courage. The skirmish that was during the election has ended and it shall end there. Let us not have any of division anymore as we move forward to meet greater challenges. We will work hard in the next 3 years and expect exciting improvement in changes in the city. We will continue what we have started and we will continue to be strong. As a member of the City Council in the aid of legislation, I will assure you, my fellow Sambongueños, my full support to the government programs that I stand with the City Mayor, Ben Climaco, and shall continue to support their platforms of governance. The C, or the Security Health Education, that has been the bedrock of this administration in terms of prioritizing and delivery of services to every Sambongueños. It will definitely take the advantage of technology in planning our details and imperatives to improve the level of satisfaction among our constituents. The technology, it has been there. Improve the level of satisfactions among our people. We will work together, side by side, heart to heart, with our security forces who has been there working hard day in and out to keep us stable and safe.
alongside to our barangay officials who are all two descriptions of what heroes are, dedicating their lives to serve. We will recognize every Sambuangueño's effort for the city, and may we all be inspired with their stories of courage and hope. I would like to end my speech by thanking all the good men and women behind my success. It's another chapter of my life unfold, and with this, the people will continue this journey with me. To Mayor, Ma'am, thank you for believing in me. To my colleagues, Sir Jawo, Agyamanakan for the brotherly advice. To the Vice Mayor, daghang salamat for the... And then, to my bosses, Coach Monsi, Coach Pintin, Coach Bong, Attorney Sang, thank you for giving me the wisdom in convincing that Sambuanga, that I am worthy of their vote. To my colleagues in the Sangguniang Panglungsod, congratulations to each one of us. And may we work as one as we endeavor to serve our city to the best that we can. May Allah and God bless us all. Thank you.
Now let's listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Vincent Paul A. Elago.
Honorable Mayor Maria Isabel Climaco, Honorable Vice Mayor Romel Agan, my colleagues in the City Council, ladies and gentlemen, buenos dias, maayong buntag, assalamualaikum kanyukatan. Let me begin by thanking the people who helped me be back in the City Council. I'd like to thank the Barrio folks whom during the 45 days of campaign, I got reacquainted with. During that time, when we walked miles and miles each day just to get the sympathy and support of the people, every time I encountered people who looked at me, I always told them, if you vote for me, I guarantee you that when I get back to the City Council, I will be extra sensitive. I will bring your complaints. I will bring your opinions. I will bring your suggestions to the halls of this august body. Ladies and gentlemen, that to me is my primordial task as an elected councilor of the city of Zamboanga, to be extra sensitive to the voice of the people and to try my best to work hard so that their problems will be addressed and so that solutions will be given. At this juncture, I also would like to thank my mother, Beatriz Reyes Altea Elago, the first Miss Zamboanga, who's here with us. She's 75 years old, and I'm happy that my mother, from day one of my campaign, has been very supportive. And to my Father in heaven, I am sure you are looking down at me right now, and you are very proud. Amidst all that had happened to our family, your son is once again back in the City Council. Con ustedes todo aquí, con aquellos na barangay, pabor, acorda vosotros, taquio. Si tiene ustedes cosa necesita, tiene ustedes problema, como ya prometió durante la campaña, de mi oficina y de mi casa, abierto para con ustedes. Ay trubagayot yo, dale el ayuda que vosotros necesita. And in that note, I would like to inform my colleagues as early as now that VP Elago will be passing resolutions for the government to study the possibility of increasing the medical assistance of the councilors to the highest possible maximum level. So a todos vosotros, otra vez, muchísimas gracias y ojalá ay manhunto-hunto kita. Pero antes galiyo sali, may na din niyo speech, quiero también yo rin di gracias con el de mi partido, el Partido Democrático Pilipino Ibibilaban, kaya ayuda también sila conmigo para bira aquí na konseho. Y más que no hay mga nele na posisyon, quiero también yo rin di gracias con el de aton antes congresista, si Congressman Celso Lobregat. No ustedes, pensa kayo hindi suporta. Kayo ay suporta todo que hace vosotros para la bien de Ciudad de Zamboanga. Muchísimas gracias y buenos días.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Crisanto B. de la Cruz.
Our beloved Mayor Deng Climaco Salazar, Vice Mayor Neng Adan, Congressman Joe Jimenez, Congressman Manix Dalipi, represented by Kuya Manny, beloved city councilors, my fellow servant leaders, men in uniform, barangay officials, young professionals, honored guests, fellow educators, and my friends from the business community, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. By the grace of God, I pledge to do what is right and good for our dear people and city. I pledge that I will support all good legislative agenda and resolutions without expecting anything in exchange for my conscience vote. I am committed to exert my utmost so that dignity and the prestige of the office entrusted to me by our people, in particular the more than 50,000 votes, will be respected. I am ready to support all the programs of our beloved mayor, security, health, and education, and projects of the city government under her inspiring leadership that would redound to the progress and the development of Zamboanga City. I wish to dedicate my life, my talents, and God's blessings given me for the common good and the welfare of all, especially the poor. Noibo Zamboanga Foundation Incorporated, Noibo Zamboanga Movement Incorporated, Noibo Zamboanga College Incorporated, all registered with the SEC, will outlive my lifetime existence, benefiting our people and city. Finally, I thank the Almighty God, in spite of my not being able to campaign for 45 days, except in big rallies, thanks to the understanding of the mayor, I was able to make it. Thank you to my colleagues for helping me. Thank you for your concern and love. Thank you to the people who, even if I could not shake their hands, because the doctors told me to have a complete rest, who gave their trust to me. You will not regret. I will work for you, even if it pains. I am prepared for a principled conscience call. Thank you very much, and I love you all.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Jimmy B. Villaflores.
Buenos dias, guests, visitors, and co-public servants. Buenos dias sa vosotros. May naaga, may buntag ninyong tanan. First, I'd like to thank God for everything, for giving me the chance to serve the people of Zamboanga for the second time around. In spite of trials, difficulties, and heavy criticism from a particular sector, I was still able to make it. And I know it is His will. I don't want to consume my time by giving some promises, but rather to thank people who extended their unconditional support to my candidacy and, of course, who are always with me in times of hardship, especially when I face challenges while in the performance of my duties and responsibilities as public official. Thank you to my family, my wife, Nanette, Santiago, Elaba Santos, my sisters, brothers, the media, my first family as a professional media man. Con todo con ustedes, mga membros del media, gracias. To may mga bisino sa atong mga silingan sa Marta Drive and Santa Catalina sa Hall, salamat sa inyo tanan. To the relatives of my wife, that includes the Pantaleon, the Elaba Santos, and Santiago, muchísimas gracias con todo con ustedes. To Mayor Beng, but where is my daddy, Mayor? Not around? Daddy Tipi. I used to call Mommy Beng if she is in good mood. Mommy Beng. Then the Daddy Tipi. Thank you for always alik kumigo, man-guide kumigo, and to Daddy Tipi. Salamat sa tanan. To the barangay officials, thank you also, Taki Aura. Palapakan kita, taki sila, mga barangay officials, the Kagawad and the Kapitan, taki, gracias. The urban poor leaders, the construction workers, daycare workers, the senior citizens, the Karancho, my group Karancho, I can see around the former and my mentor sa Karancho of Zamboanga, KCC, Karancho Art Nogas. Good morning, Karancho. And the guardians, of course, the teachers, the LGBT, palapakan, tagi sila, thank you kayo. Sabi yo, mutually the LGBT, kaya supporta sila kumigo because the way I ran the government of Zamboanga of Santa Catalina when I was the barangay chairman, priority sila pirmi kumigo. And of course, the youth sector, to the people of Santa Catalina, thank you for making me number one for the 2 consecutive elections. Damo na salamat. To my teammates of Samba Basketball Association, I can see around Colonel Joseph Martir, my teammate, Meister 3 points, Colonel Bong Apolonio, Dr. Edgar Rosales, Raul Ignacio, David Johnson, and the rest. Thank you very much, Reggie Quaresma. Gracias con todo con ustedes. The drivers and operators and tricycles and PUGs. My high school batch, 88, and the college batch nimi at Wimsu, 1992, 1993, and Rimiumaga batch nimi na elementary, Don James, the richest school in town, Don Gregorio Evangelista Memorial School in Santa Catalina. Gracias. Finally, I would like to ask whoever will be the chairman, vice chairman, and members of the committee, the very important committee, the Committee on Ordinances and Resolutions, to prioritize my pending proposed ordinance, of which Her Honor the Mayor already signified this or certified this as urgent, the rainwater collector ordinance. If Mayor Beng has 100 days for us to perform, I ask the committee to work for at least 50 days in order to finish or approve this proposed very important ordinance. On the man authors, this is a consolidated one, authored by Councilor Kim Elago, Councilor Sang Jimenez, and yours truly, Councilor Jimmy Villaflores. I'm hopeful that with the present setup of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, we can do better for the general interest of the people of Zamboanga. El posisyon, Councilor. Number 1 na Santa Catalina, number 1 sa mga kaliwat ni Leon Kilat, Dagoy ug Lapu-Lapu, Councilor Jimmy Villaflores, and I thank you.
Wonderful God.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Cesar M. Jimenez.
Buenos días con todos. Los Cardenio. When we started in 1998 as city councilors, mas bonita at si Mambingal. Mayor Mambing, el Vice Mayor, Vice Mayor Ming. I just have few things to share. Una-una, I thank the Lord for this, having been elected again for the fifth time as a city councilor. I think it's God's plan that I'm still around. And more so, it's God's plan if my son Jowo became the congressman of District 1. I remember I was the first one to be elected a member of the council in 1998 outside of the city proper. The first one from Ayala, the first one from the West Coast. When I was in third year high school at the then Zamboanga colleges, I represented Mindanao in the 13th Voice of Democracy, then sponsored by the Philippine JCs. And I remember the first line of that oratorical piece. It says, "My mother says that I'm going to be a congressman." That was the opening statement. And without my realizing it, it's my son. Jowo, to you, we have to work hard. The Jimenez family name is there, and we have to continue to give the people of Zamboanga the best that we could. I thank the people of Zamboanga for the love and support, but I'm still around. Cesar Jimenez will continue to work in the Sangguniang Panlunsod. I'm ready to work. Let's buckle down. We have many important ordinances, the most of which I know the mayor will be asking us to move on the comprehensive land use plan of the city of Zamboanga from 2016 to 2025 and the passage of the zoning ordinance. Personally, I have to work for the passage of the 80-page Environment Code, which I principally sponsored the last term. We have to reintroduce this, the same as the CLUP and the zoning ordinance. Another matter that I would like to attend to, finally, to settle the boundary disputes of Zamboanga City. We have still about 5 issues here. I remember the issue between Tetuan and Tugbungan, Tumaga and Giwan. What else, Jehan? San Roque and Kabatangan, Kasanyangan and Rio Hondo with Santa Barbara. And Talon-Talon with Marikina. I hope we could settle this, and perhaps this matter about providing the boundaries of the 98 barangays could be a legacy for Her Honor the Mayor. She's on her last term, and let's work together. I was telling Mike the other night, Mike, let's work together. You're on your last term, and he says to me, I'm proud that a batchmate of ours is now the congressman. So I told him, you wait for the alumni homecoming on December. He will take charge. So to all of you, let's buckle down to work. I am ready to work. Muchísimas gracias.
Now let's listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Algie Han R. Edding.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would like to thank you for taking the time to witness how our young democracy works. I hope it is as memorable and momentous for you as it is for me. Thank you. To my friends in public service, some old friends and some new ones, it is my honor to continue serving Zamboanga City with you. To Mayor Ben Climaco Salazar, thank you for trusting me with this privilege. To Team Climaco, thank you for the undying support and help. To my family, relatives, friends, and supporters, particularly the farmers, fisher folks, and cooperators, thank you for your unwavering support and love. For without you, I would not be here today. 3 years ago, I stood on the stage as a newly minted councilor. I was a little shy at first, but definitely positive and forward-looking. I now stand before you, humbled and honored for the overwhelming trust you have bestowed for my brand of service that deserve a second term. Continua el buen servicio. El buen servicio that finds its roots from the brand of service exemplified by my father, longtime public servant, el concejal, abogao, Asbi Edding Alhaj. At an early age, I understood that my father did not just work to support our family. He worked for all of Zamboanga City's families. And that meant that sometimes he was out of the house for long hours, or he was seeing his constituents at ungodly hours for emergencies, or basically he was even going to be required to put other families first before our own. I have come to accept that life of a public servant as normal. The sacrifices of my father for Zamboanga City's progress just seemed normal, that it became my reality. I have come to accept that public life requires the same sacrifices to be made, putting forth others' welfare before your own. But looking back, I see how extraordinary the sacrifices and service that both my parents made. During my father's long hours at the City Council or at the Parkland Barangays, my mother, Dr. Ninfa Apolinario Castillo Rebollos Eding, raised all 6 of us while also working outside the home as a professor so that we could all attend school. Ultimately, it was my parents' selflessness, sacrifices, and service that led me to this stage. Together, they taught me that happiness exists when you're serving others. Over the last 3 years, I articulated a lot of different ways that I continued the legacy and brand of service that my father started. To name a few, work for additional funding, programs, and projects for the agriculture and fishery sector, worked together with all government agencies concerned and stakeholders to help save our coconut trees from infestation of cocolisa, worked for the creation of the co-op office, supported all government programs and policies spearheaded by Mayor Ben Climaco that I know are for the good and general welfare of all Zamboangueños, like all the benefits accorded to our senior citizens and the increase of allowances of my fellow public servants in the barangay, like the tanod, daycare workers, and healthcare workers. And because I honor your trust and confidence in me as your voice in the City Council, I have never been absent in all council sessions. And while those accomplishments cover a wide range of subjects, they all come from one basic truth. As my father would always remind me, that for there to be an efficient and effective government, there must be accessibility and accountability to the people. I learned this basic truth in my earliest days working for the government. I started my political career as the SK chairperson of Barangay Giwan. It was my job to help and empower the youth. And when I spent my time serving others, I realized that when government just works as it is supposed to, the people's lives can be changed for the better. For the next 3 years, yo ay continua el buen servicio kaya prinsipya dinitata. Buen servicio espouses the idea that our government should first and foremost deliver efficient and effective services to all Zamboangueños. That may sound like a cliche, but in reality, it can be as overwhelming and seemingly insurmountable a vision as has ever been manifested on this stage. Providing buen servicio means educating our children to be attuned to their environment and with nature. As simple as picking up garbage and throwing the same the proper bins ought to be instilled in our young. This will create a ripple effect in our community. Our rivers and oceans will remain clean and clear. Our fishermen will have abundant harvest. Our farmers will have unperturbed access to irrigation water. And our watershed will be protected, and our natural resources will be conserved. Providing buen servicio also means that everyone feels that they can walk the streets not worried for their safety, that everyone will have potable water through the construction of an impounding dam or through desalination, and that everyone will have uninterrupted access to electricity through alternative sources such as solar power and waste to energy. Finally, providing buen servicio means that our farmers will be better equipped with modern tools for abundant harvest, and our fisher folk will be able to sustain development. To achieve these goals, we will all have to work together, setting aside party differences. Our government simply cannot do it alone. We need all sectors and every Zamboangueño to come together and look in the same direction. That kind of unity may seem impossible to some, but it is actually achievable. So to everyone who have entrusted me with this overwhelming task, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, gayon, por el de ustedes confianza. Gracias que firme ustedes conmigo para cinta y servir otra vez como de ustedes representante na Consejo Local. I promise to serve you with my brand of service, buen servicio. To be accountable to you, and most importantly, to work with you. Together, we can make Zamboanga City the best it can be. Zamboanga, my dear colleagues, este de ustedes concejal, si Jihan Rebollos Edin, un mujer de integridad, que sirví con sinceridad, que continúa el buen servicio. Muchísimas gracias.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Rogelio L. Valesco Jr.
Mayor Beng Climaco, Vice Mayor Agan, Congressman Joao Jimenez, Congressman Marix Delipe, former Mayor Manny Delipe. Buenos días, mayong buntag, assalamualaikum. Con ustedes, quien taki aura, gracias na Dios edes presencia. This is actually my fourth time to be elected as a public servant. Foremost, I wish to thank God for this wonderful and amazing opportunity to again serve our beautiful city and our peace-loving people. In same respect, allow me to very sincerely say muchas gracias to my compoblanos who gave me the mandate and confidence in this calling to serve our beloved Zamboanga City. Con ustedes todo, I value your votes as I value your aspirations. Muchas gracias. To my well-meaning friends who appreciated my humble accomplishments for 9 years as city councilor, I took the challenge, and I will mention each one of you because you know who you are. You are among the first set of individuals who saw value and felt the significance of our efforts with the belief that I should continue working what's good for our community and what's good for the future. Gracias for the trust and gracias for the support. To my family, my brothers and sisters, my wife Mariel and children Angelo, Veronica, Maria Isabelia, thank you for the courage and thank you for the inspiration. To my former colleagues in the Fourth Estate, I am always proud of my roots. Thank you for being vigilant and watchful to the exertions and performance of your city officials. May you continue to cast watchful eyes so that the people will be assured of a kind of government they deserve and for the city to witness how their city officials who now bear the official seal of the city government will fulfill and measure up their pledge and promises. Since this is my fourth occasion to be a public servant, I pray that I will remain true to what has been inscribed in the oath that I was sworn in. Among my expectations, that though I respect the unwritten and traditional conduct of handing out committee chairmanships, those who are granted with a task to chair should be credible enough to introduce dynamism and commitment to advance the general welfare. As for me, I will not refuse nor decline to be a member of any committee whom I deemed my dedication and vision can be fully maximized. I will make myself available to whatever collective exertions to advance public interests. I also reiterate a challenge for each city councilor, not just to submit their SALNs, but should also attach in their SALNs an individual accomplishment report reflective what they have accomplished during the year. Because salaries of the city councilors come from people's money, therefore, the people ought to know how worthy are the councilors of Zamboanga receiving such considerable salaries and benefits. To the people of Zamboanga, I am ready and willing to work with any office as long as everything will be above board and within the realm of credulous and upright authority. This afternoon, I will be pushing for the passage on first reading the following ordinances, and it is already reflected in the agenda for this afternoon session. I will push for the passage of the proposed ordinance or ordinances on the creation of high school in Lamisaan, Zamboanga Central High School, Dulian Upper Pasunanca, and I will reintroduce the creation of high school in Patalon and in Malagutay. Truthful to what I said during the campaign and truthful to what I should be in these August halls. I am not accusing nor alluding anyone, but I just want to be reminded and to be consistent as I say and again. No hace negocio con el puesto. Muchísimas gracias. Buenos días.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Miguel C. Alavar III. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike.
To Honorable Mayor Bang Climaco, Maria Isabel Climaco, buenos días. To our Honorable Vice Mayor, Meng Oden. To my classmate, Honorable Cesar Joe Jimenez. And to my vecinos, to Laurio lang, Congressman Manix Delipe. And to all our guests and visitors this morning, buenos días. First of all, please allow me to express my thanks and gratitude to the sovereign people of Zamboanga for giving me this opportunity to serve again as a city councilor for another 3-year term, and for their trust and confidence that they honestly manifested in their votes in my favor, for which I am therefore overwhelmingly thankful and feel greatly inspired to work much harder this time for the ultimate benefit and welfare of the greater majority of our people in Zamboanga City. I would also like to commend and thank my very good friend and my mentor, our former Vice Mayor Cesar Iturralde, for his effective and well-balanced stewardship of our City Council, both as a presiding officer and his exemplary and humble best desire of leadership that throughout the years has successfully guided this august body to overcome whatever problems and controversies that may have affected us all. I would also like to thank my mom and my dad, my wife, my 4 wonderful kids, to Team Alabar, and to Vitali District. Muchísimas gracias con ustedes. My dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to honestly inform you that like in the past years of my service in the city government, I have always advocated for the general upliftment of the social economic status of our farmers, fishermen, laborers, and to include every member of our society, for that matter, by way of promoting home-based agribusiness to augment or to improve family income. At the same time, promote the ultimate protection of our agricultural practices in Zamboanga that normally helps maintain the balance of nature in the city. I shall also continue to support any policy that promotes the education and health of our youth, and I firmly believe that any form of government investment for the well-being of the youth of our future would ultimately serve the best interests of our city and the entire nation as well. I believe that the youth of today would be our future leaders and responsible and productive citizens of our land.
Further, I would like to manifest my desire to the public that I will always exert effort to fiscalize and to seriously scrutinize every government transaction that may not benefit the greater majority of our people. I profoundly believe that public service is a public trust. Let us always work hard to maintain and keep that trust and confidence of our people and in our government officials. And the only way to do this is by promoting honesty in every government transactions. And to always inform our people any matter of public interest. Let us always act as the best example of good behavior to our people by being publicly honest and trustworthy at all times. I believe that this is the only way that we could ultimately build a stronger society, a stronger city, and eventually achieve economic prosperity. Otra vez, el de ustedes, concejal Mike Alavar, ta-ofrece lang di suyo serbisyo, real serbisyo y serbisyo de calidad. Y nunca yo pone di mi apelyido na huya por kasa lang na politika. Y trabajayo con todo corazón para con el Dios y para con el de aton ciudad. Muchísimas gracias a todos.
Now let's listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Joselito A. Macron.
Leadership is not about the next election. It is about the next generation. I am positive everyone remembers my story. How I assumed as a councilor of the city despite my loss in the 2016 local elections. It was unexpected since I was enjoying building a bright future for my home barangay San Roque. But I am beyond blessed and grateful for the one in a million opportunities given to me. With that, I was able to serve my fellow Zamboangueños in a larger scale. Indeed, God has better plans for us. And after the last elections, I am now standing in front of you as your newly elected City Councilor of District 1. Muchísimas gracias for all your trust and confidence. And before I continue, let me first greet you a pleasant morning to our Honorable Mayor Ben Climaco, Honorable Vice Mayor Romel Agan, my compadre, the Congressman of District 1, Honorable Jawo Jimenez, our District 2 Congressman Manix Dalipe, represented by Sir Manny. To my fellow public servants, servant leaders, congratulations. To all my fellow Zamboangueños watching, the senior citizens who shaped the history of Zamboanga, the hardworking and determined parents of our young Zamboangueños, and the future of our city, the youth. Magandang umaga, maayong buntag, assalamualaikum, buenos dias. This year's elections were so tough. The competition was very tight, and everyone was aiming for that win. However, to tell you honestly, Beyond that, I was more concerned for the future of our city. We can say that elections determine who will represent the people. But to me, I aim to be your counselor because I believe that it is about the next generation, about the future, because each Sambuangueño's future is worth fighting for. Today, I stand before you as your public servant, laying down my vision for our beloved city and the ways a legislator can translate this vision for our future, because I believe in the words of Warren Dennis. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. My fellow Sambuangueños, the problems we face nowadays are crystal clear and so real. From water shortage, power shortage, inevitable traffic, security, corruptions, not to mention that recently a building collapsed and school buildings that have issues in the establishments with the cracks present. Problem with the cleanliness and discipline. Healthcare. I know you don't want me to name everything because it will take a day or two. That is why I, as your servant leader, I am here to help you and our city. The office of Consehal Litlit Macrohon commits to be a fully responsive local legislative office, sensitive to the needs of Sambuangueños, focusing on the environmental protection and solid waste management, quality social services, sound fiscal management, and quality education. The term of office may be too short to fulfill all this. But with your help, we can translate this vision into a reality. We can build a brighter future for the next generation. Before I end, I want to leave a message for my fellow servant leaders. Our loyalty must be in the interest of the people. Loyalty must be in the interest of the city and Sambuangueños. Loyalty must be in the interest to our service. Exercising checks and balance, neither to anyone nor someone in the position. Once again, muchísimas gracias for your trust and confidence. Your humble public servant is now ready to work for the future of Zamboanga that is worth fighting for. May God grant us peace. Thank you.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Lilibeth M. Nuño.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mayor Maria Isabel Timo Salazar, Vice Mayor Romel Agan, Congressman Jowo Jimenez, Congressman Manny Salipe, represented by our former mayor, Mayor Manny Dalipe, my dear colleagues, members of the Mujer LGBT organization, members of the Volunteers for Parole Assistance, barangay officials of all 98 barangays, guests, co-workers in government, querido Combublanos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning. We open a new council with much fervor as we take on the role of representing the varied issues and challenges that our city expects us to address through legislation and through our own unique ways. In 2016, I received my first mandate from the Zamboangueños as their city councilor. After 3 years, I can confidently look anyone in the eye and say, ya ha sido mío trabajo con honestía y sinceridad. Adentro na 3 años, ya puede yo levantar mga classroom, y cuantos mga eskwela, mga pathways, y mucho pa mga programa. I pushed for my own legislative agenda. But to no avail and to lack of time, I could rest assured the Zamboanga City that I will be more persistent when I refile them all today and make sure that they are all enacted soon. The decision to enter politics was not easy. I was enjoying my time in the world of commerce and at the same time fulfilled being a barangay kagawad of Taluksangay. But I knew in my heart that it was a step towards the right direction. It was a path laid down to me by my ancestors, my great-grandfather Tuan Datu Haji Abdullah Maas Nuño, who founded Taluksangay and helped General Vicente Alvarez in gaining Zamboanga's independence from Spain. My grandfather, Tuan Datu Haji Jainuddin Nuño, a well-respected Muslim leader and former presidential assistant to both President Quirino and President Marcos. And to my father, Tuan Datu Haji Abdurrahman Bagis Nuño, the current family patriarch and barangay chairman of Taluksangay, also a former city councilor and president of Liga ng mga Barangay. And most especially to my mother, Ilia Macrohon Nuño, a public school teacher, and who served our city honestly as a city councilor and congresswoman. Their commitment to be of service to the people fueled my passion, and I am determined to continue their legacy and assure them all that I will succeed. Among the many ordinances that I will propose, I find one to be very alarming and close to my heart. And I think Mayor Ben is also, it's one of her advocacies too. To my esteemed colleagues, both from old and new, although we have different advocacies, I wish to enjoin everyone to take a closer look at the state of our vulnerable sectors of society. The disabled, the indigenous people, the LGBTQ+, and many others. I seek for your help. Let us protect and assure their rights. I solicit your support in the immediate passage of the ordinance prohibiting discrimination in Zamboanga City on the basis of disability, age, health status, sexual orientation, gender identity, ethnicity, and religion. I would also be soliciting your help in the passage of the following: an ordinance increasing the allowance of the 460 barangay health workers and 90 nutrition scholars from 1,000 pesos to 3,000 pesos each per month, and providing 19 million pesos annually for the purpose thereof. An ordinance granting financial assistance to calamity victims of Zamboanga City and providing funds thereof. And an ordinance establishing the public employment service under the office of the city mayor. Today, we have the honor to have with us members of the Mujer LGBT organization, headed by its president, Alvin Tony G. May I request them to please rise and be acknowledged? A round of applause, please. We will face many challenges along the way, But my mantra has always been there is no such thing and it cannot be done. We can find a solution to every problem and we can turn every challenge into opportunities for growth and development. To win and realize our collective aspirations for our city, we must all unite. Our unity as a people will be defined by a strong vision of nation built on common values of hard work, shared sacrifice, and love for our city. But the unity we may seek is not one of conformity, but unwavering respect for the rules and institutions of democracy. Yes, as city officials, we will make tough choices, but our ability to unify will be judged by our ability to come together under a common vision while maintaining checks and balances. Navivientes de Distrito 2, gracias miles de gracias na de ustedes suporta. Hindi gacho ultita. I challenge our young. There is a role to play in the recreation of our nation. Some in honest public service, most in productive private endeavor. Whatever it is you decide to do, let the greater part be for the city of Zamboanga. And finally, I challenge myself and our government to live up to the highest standards of honesty and competence in public service. Muchísimas gracias.
Now let's listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Kimer Adanti Olaso.
Good morning. Medyo kanyo. First of all, good morning to Honorable Mayor Climaco. Ma'am Beng, good morning din yung maestra na Ateneo de Zamboanga. And of course to Honorable Vice Mayor, Honorable Romel Agan. And of course, Colonel din yung hermano si Jawa Jimenez, porque hermano kaya desitado din yung padre na bautismo. And of course, to Honorable Manix Dalipe, din yung brat na Tyro Jinpi, ita represental si tata si former Mayor Dalipe. And to fellow Sangguniang Panlusud members from District 1 to District 2, OSP and OSSP staff, LGBT, Las Mujeres, barangay officials, Kentucky Aura, and of course to our former Congressman Celso Lobregat, and of course to Sir John Mario Lobregat. Good morning, and friends in media. Good morning, most especially to Sir Jerry Acuña. Good morning. Y buenos días. It was not an easy task for us, onde kami aligas de tiempo ahora, especialmente conmigo, como primera vez sa Corena Consejo Local in la ciudad de Zamboanga. Tablayo, masina din yung mayores. Hindi fácil keda un consejo de ciudad de Zamboanga. Manada kritiko, a lot of critics are there every night, every day, every now and then, talil critics. But everything was surpassed kay I'm a man that bakita with a principle. I even told my dad, malisod este din yan dansa because there are only one vacant slot for city councilor na District 1. Kare sa'yo na Diyos, cuando yan na kami ban file for filing of candidacy, I prayed hard, abayo, Lord, si para din niyo stay, dali to conmigo always, dali to mira, na pwede entra. Si hindi man stay para conmigo, it's also okay, accept tayo. I naman din yung livelihood, being a politician. I'm a captain, I'm a ship's captain, and I'm working as OFW for 18 years. Sabi si Gana yung okay, sinyo Gana, okay lang siya tambin. But sabi ustedes, el Dios ben bueno gayod. Kaya dale conmigo, el agüero, donde yo puede entrar y conoce por el movidentes del ciudad de Zamboanga. Ara ya puede mirar que mas manada pa mga pobre, mabibentes de Zamboanga, que no kita po ginda. Como que talya kami napasunang kaya mira yo, Cheni Amuri, takida sila na kantoy pampang. Tormento entera, tayo na sila donde para entera. On that very moment, I give my extended help the 4,000 pesos in cash dahil kay sabi no ay gat sila. Tormento, o ala pwede abri el os lala ng gobyerno para con estos también mga gente na nuway na lugar. And I'm very saddened that time. Ay pano tayo tayo, Chene Kenya Abda, no makune si ayuda kay hindi is registered voters. Hindi kita tayo na kay registered voters lang kung provided that you're a Sampanggenyo, dakito na Sambuanga. Sabi to conversal dialecto, Chabacano, ay dakita contigo. Hindi lang Chabacano, Bisaya, Lumad, Tausug, kay dakikita na syudad de Sambuanga. Sabi ustedes, mucho kita aspekto na bida, mucho kita doon na pwede sa kama kredito, mucho kita talaga kita mag-burdens talaga ka naton. I'm not a Blakita, man for sugat kero keda Consel. Just being a city councilor, that is the dream of my younger brother, which is Kay Saradanola. So thank you so much, hermano. Takiaste ka nato na ora, asikitas ten bonamente. Sabi to, I have to tell you my very humble beginning. We started from Barangay Ayala. My father, who is a captain na barko, and I'm very proud of my father. Dad, donde to? Please. Academia Daddy. Ablayo, someday you will be proud of me. I was a very naughty student, even at Ateneo de Zamboanga, like the estudyante de Mambeng. I tell you, I am an Ateneo kick out, but I'm proud of it. It may sound funny, but when I was kicked out, yung kasapay kong jago, graduating ulit for High School, first year yo. Ablayo, soon, I will rise up and I will make my father proud of me. Not only my father, including my mother, as you consider is proud ng Kimero Lasso. So, yakida también yung kapitan ng barko, como timitata, iya chene yung mujer, itaki también ada, kaya ba nagnayos ko na lang yung mujer, con Mary Joy Tano Lasso. My love, good morning, my love of my life. And of course, to our son, Kimer Adan Antonio Lasso, amo que la tadali conmigo alegría durante la campaña. Sabi ustedes, hindi fácil bang kampanya? Ben cansaw galigayot. Ben cansaw kasi aside from the daily stresses na receive ito na kampanya, plus el daily regaño también. So, I take it as a challenge. I take it as a challenge. No hay con ese pensamalo. Because in every scolding that you receive, you learn something from it. So, Amokel, Abdayo, I really need to work hard, push hard, kasi sabi, I can konosi kung Kimer o Lasso. And then yung basis lang, sabi vosotros, kung may kede kagawad na Ayala. I really work hard as barangay kagawad. I even go, Talimpe Canal, ang grass cutting nyo. I bring my own team. I don't utilize barangay workers. Kasi no kayo kaya ni kumiyo kaya abla, el mga bibendes tao sa'yo, tantik advantage ko ng mga barangay workers. So I bring my own. And then ko rin kagawat na Ayala. But this is a really great challenge that everybody should know. When I conducted medical mission at Barangay Ayala, 4 years ago, yung conduct yung medical mission. Dahil na mi corazon, kumuun ayalenyo, carry to as a medical mission, yaliba to 1,000 circumcision, 500 tooth extraction and dental kita, kabay in the middle of the medical mission, abla kong tigulong tagawad, yan na kamukiban samuk-samuk lang. Nagane kami kaninyo imbita. If you're a barangay official, you should not do it. If you really love your barangay, then you have to work together with us. That is why, Abdayo, you will not be forever a barangay kagawad, and I will not be forever Ansina, kasi kumiyol gente. I want to run for Barangay Kagawad and I'm going to show you and to prove everybody that si Kimer Olaso, otro yo como un opisyal de barangay, hindi yo trapo, hindi yo basura. And of course, sa papol, tarindio gracias. Kung nalaton Diyos, kaya dali conmigo wisdom and strength to pursue this dream. I thank my campaign team, of course, kay si Laura Todo, kaya kaya din yung mga staff, and of course, to Ma'am Neneng, thank you Ma'am. And of course, to those family, barangay official who sacrifices a lot para conmigo. Thank you so much to my party mates who gave me sounds of advice towards opening window for this victory. To my fellow councilor, I look forward to the fruitful work that we will do here with support of our beloved Mayor and Vice Mayor and Congressman, District 1 and District 2. While we have our differences in politics, let us work together to be united for the benefit of the entire Zamboangueño people. I'm so blessed with my supportive family. As I mentioned earlier, my beautiful wife and my son who anchored me during many times of doubt. Kanila itatraka. And not only that, I'm so grateful for the 30,074 votes who voted me and who trusted me. Thank you so much. And yo se perder confianza que go sa vosotros siya dali conmigo. I assure you that every Zamboangueño, whether you voted for me or not, that I will work tirelessly in the best of my capacity to lead, serve, and fulfill my function as a city councilor of Zamboanga City. There are my points of agenda that I want to accomplish in my term. First, with respect to education, as a teacher, I'm teaching for free at Zamboanga City College of Marine Sciences because I'm helping the less fortunate ones. I propose to pass policies that will assist in reducing the number of out-of-school youth, which I believe my wife has been doing it for several years already. Tayo-tayo también na mga pobre ayan ng Distrito 2, kapikura liman na sa eskwela, at yung mga no read, no write. So thanks to my wife for doing such thing. I firmly believe that strengthening early intervention will be trustworthy. Sabi ustedes, iwag kumigo yung kick out yung Ateneo, but it didn't stop me from pushing up and pursuing my dreams to become a captain. Until now, ang dream pa yun, syempre, I dream higher. For the better future of our children, bebe, banaydan kita trabaha. With respect to sports, we will reward character development. We will encourage sports not simply as a fanciful bodily exercise. Sports require discipline, and discipline shapes mind, emotion, and willpower. Atleta yo antes. I graduated college with 100% scholars, and thank you to my school, Zamboanga State College of Marine Sciences and Technology, who brought me here. Sila kumiyo ya dale buen futuro. Por eso ya kede kapitan de barco. Thank you so much for that. With respect to employment, I aim to widen the doors of opportunity to a senior citizen and a person with disability, the PWD. Debe dali kita kunestos atensyon. In what way? Prikura kita kanila dali livelihood program na pwede sila trabaha. Akil mga talama sila able pa, hindi akil mga tormenta, bedridden, hindi naman pwede. But senior citizens, pwede kita pwede trabahan ng mga fast food chain store like Americas, Japon, China, Hong Kong, Japan. They were able to work. Why not here in Zamboanga City? Prikura kita siya para dali kita kanila buen la vida. Kasi sabi ustedes, manada at senior citizen, na yung may la vida, most especially kung mga retire na gobyerno. As a public servant, I'm about to sacrifice my time, finances, effort towards helping every Zamboangueño. I will give more than what is necessary as a proof of my willingness to be a public servant and a capable leader. I think about my son Anton and a child in my wife's womb. As I wish to only give them the very best in life, I wish the same thing for the future generation of Zamboangueños. El niño amor, na di niyo anak, inanak ay ligya ka namon pati del niyo muera. Amo también sé el de niño amor para con ustedes todo, particularmente en la más constituente de la ciudad de Zamboanga. With God's grace and man's labor, we can achieve these goals. Este si Honorable Kimer Adantio Lazo, el un capitán del barco, un maestro, un public servant, como table con ustedes, yo ay dali con ustedes todo, buen servicio y en el permiso. El Zamboanga City, de aton debe ama, respeta y preserva. Muchas gracias and God bless you. Thank you.
Let's now listen to the honorable address of the Honorable Juan Climaco P. Elago II. Buenos días, kung ustedes todo. Good morning, mayong buntag, magandang umaga po, assalamualaikum. First of all, ma'am, I'd like to acknowledge Mayor Beng, Jowo Jimenez, Congressman, Congressman Manny Dalipe, represented by Shutata, former Mayor Manny Dalipe. The Vice Mayor, May Ngaragan, yung mga uban, yung mga barangay, Taki, el Judge, Seniki Representative del Corte, el mga official del mga regional agencies, mga de urban poor, business community, good morning kung ustedes. Kung mga police, kung mga military, good morning po. First of all, I'd like to thank those who voted for me and who voted for my party. Thank you very much. This is a hard-fought victory. Yapasa kami tormento. This is my 6th year as a Yakorya Konsehal. I'm considered to be the senior if politico, pero not in age, no? And I will try very much in my 6th and final year to keep my hair on my head. Second, I promise to work hard to the best of my ability to support my mayor, the District Programa. The first time in 2013, I said, I promise to help and support Mayor Beng for 9 years. So here we are, Mayor. I have completed my promise. Third, there are 3 advocacies that I will be pushing very hard. The first one, with the support of our 2 congressmen, we would like to establish 4 congressional districts in Zamboanga City. I think we have reached almost 1 million. We are ready for this. Our city is so big, we need more representation. Second, I would ask my colleagues in the City Council to work together with me na Coco Levy. I just came from Manila and the Coco Levy is being now formulated. This is 67 billion pesos in cash, which hopefully, if used properly in Zamboanga City, will help many of us who are in the coconut industry. Third, there's a new economy coming in. This is the ICT BPO. This is call centers. They are coming into Zamboanga. They have seen the potential of Zamboanga. Right now, we have many online workers working as homegrown BPOs in Zamboanga City. But we need to fix our electricity. We have to fix our internet, and we have to support this effort. If we can reach 10,000 workers, that will translate to about 1 billion pesos additional input to the economy of Zamboanga. That will be huge. That will help propel Zamboanga to a new growth level. Again, I'd like to thank my wife, sitting over there, together with my son, and the family and the team, Elago, for their unwavering support. Without them, sigurado hindi kita pwede. Again, thank you very much. May our good Lord God bless us all and bless this day. Estea el tiempo del Zamboanga. Let us bring it up and let us have a bigger, better Zamboanga. Thank you very much.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Albert C. Atilano Sr.
Buenas. Buenas. Good morning, mayong buntag sa tanan. Kakita kita. Actions speak louder than words. Of course, with a big smile. Mayor Beng, klima ko, si Leon Kilat, Vice Mayor Meng, of course, ang pare, Congressman Joe Jimenez, our Congressman Manix Dalipe, who is represented by former Mayor Dalipe, my colleagues, miyong amiga, si Ase, Mayra Paz Abubakar, paubidaya sila contigo, 4 meses pa man tunoy aquí. To the people of Zamboanga, those who are viewing to us now and listening over media, and for those who are here, who are like me, public servant, business sector, the urban poor, public utilities, Bong Atilano will focus only on few things. First, education. Education, not building and buildings, but enhancement of the quality of instruction, enhancement of the quality of facilities. Kay si dali naman kita building, de palta-palta, ko sa lang gatabin sa instruction diaton. Idali kita burden kung diaton mga maestra para sila kumpra el mga dila teaching age, no? Kaya amo sila telekrama. So ese kita el mam-focus. Antes kita de planta otra eskwela, kompone anay kita kung existing para llega na standard. Okay, bien mucho ya itong mga eskwela below standard. Por eso, resulta bajo el exam diaton na national examination. Kita dali el DepEd. Correct, sir? Next, sport development and facilities. Tali si Congressman Joe, una ka pidi contigo, el diaton mini convention center for additional sport facilities para naputuro del diaton mga bata. Naganaya kita,
In fact, pwede kita produce mga international champions. One silver medal. But we cannot go on unless we have those facilities. We have the program, but we still lack the facilities. Energy and public utility services. El Energy Diaton, Talia, pakuntinua sila mang kwento, and hopefully by next one na yun, I understand everything will be in place. Sino, despensa lang kayo, yun mismo habla con ustedes, kay el distribution system del Samselco, bulok ya kayo, nisita kat ko na si Cambia, because that is about almost 40 years old system. Kaya ko na sa mga upgrade and need Cambiada, and it will take time. Then the plight of our urban poor. No, hasta ara, embes tamengwa, mas takeda mucho, kaya hindi kita pwede po na attention. Then special attention should be given to the traffic. Then other meeting kami, kuando ablayo, kosa si asikita additional committees on basura and traffic. So gracias kung Kimer, mas nuevo, valiente recibir el basura challenge. Yes, waste management. Kasi yan klaro para entende kayo el mga ente, kasi habla kita kay traffic management, waste management, no? Then el traffic. Habla kumigo, nakyan daw agar el traffic. Kaya sabi sila, problema, habla iyo, agara, dos lang teso sa day. Si Palsya, Kayhido. Si Buramente, then, Tamirayo, pwede kita ma-maintain. Anyway, may maman yung problema, kay Takya yung na retirement age. No? Diyan kita daan pondo. So, we are assured of our retirement. So, por eso, yasaka kita el challenge. Amoste el dinio rimpuha. No, pati akal mga otro que dale assignment kumigo el council, el vice mayor, y el mayor, maskin mga congressman. Si kere sila dale assignment para basically mantuto. So, ese lang el cosa yung man-focus. No, y lastly, te pidió gracias con el niyo pamilya. Largo al pasada por eso. Maskin iyo, hindi pwede kreta kiyo ara as councilor. In fact, suerte yung ginda yung Ayala. Kaya cuando natetuan nyo, tala nyo primo, ni pisa na barangay, no yung pwede pisa. No, cuando na Ayala yun, no sabi, porque kada kagawad, ya kada na board samselco, ya kada presidente, kada controversial, ya kada konsehal. So, gracias Ayala, gracias Atty. Sang, and Pare Jowo, Iara Talisikimer, and Konsehala Pinpin. 4 ya kami konsehal de Ayala, 1 congressman, hopefully el mayor Aleta Mensale. Cambia si Meng para le otro lado. So again, action speak louder than words. Si Bong hindi tanto tang kwento, pero el action mas mucho with smile. Thank you and God bless.
Let's now listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Benjamin B. Gingona IV.
Mayor Maria Isabel Climaco Salazar, Vice Mayor Romel Agan, Congressman Cesar Jimenez Jr. of the 1st District, Congressman Manuel Jose Dalipe Jr. of the 2nd District, represented by former Mayor Manuel Dalipe, the honorable members of this august body, barangay officials, of course, the Assistant Secretary of the Department of Tourism, former Councilor Myra Balderosa Bubacar, to all our men and women in uniform, the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police, the Coast Guard, BJMP, and the Bureau of Fire Protection, brothers and sisters from different religious sectors, friends from the academe, partners from the private sector, networks from the media, fellow workers in government, and to all Zamboangueños, buenos dias, con ustedes todo. A pleasant morning to everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Mayong aga sa inyong tanan. Assalamualaikum. Philippians 4:13. We can do all things through Christ who gives us strength. First and foremost, we acknowledge the man above. My utmost thanks and gratitude to our God Almighty for giving me this rare opportunity to serve His people as a local legislator for a third and final term. Everything that we have today comes from His divine grace. Throughout my political life, He provided me direction and guidance. He is my rock, my strength. All glory to Him. Second, I would like to thank my family and relatives, especially my mom and dad. When I made the decision to run at the age of 24, I knew it was not easy for you to accept my choice of work. But thank you for your support. Thank you for your support and supporting my dreams and aspirations and sharing me to the people of Zamboanga. You are my inspiration. Third, although they're not present here today, I would like to thank my mentors, the ones who exemplified what public service is. My grand uncle, former Vice President Teofisto Lolo Tito Gingonia Jr., to my uncles, former Senator Teofisto, Uncle T.G. Gingonia III, and former City Councilor, the late Benjamin Uncle Nonong Gingonia III, thank you for showing me what principled politics is all about. You were all statesmen, and you will always be my role models. Fourth, I would like to thank my critics. You played a huge role in molding the person I am today. I have always kept an open mind, and I welcome different point of views. I always try to put myself in your position and understand your stand. You guys gave me a broader picture on certain issues. Thank you. Fifth, I would like to thank my staff and former staff. Thank you for making sure our office is functioning properly. And last, but certainly not the least, I would like to thank the Zamboangueños for your trust and confidence for another 3 years. It is indeed both an honor and a privilege to craft public policies that would redound to our general welfare and bring our beloved Zamboanga City to greater heights. Once again, to all of you, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Muchas gracias. If I may take you back to May of 2013, you have elected a young, eager, and very enthusiastic candidate to office. Although I have worked for 3 years at the Senate of the Philippines, you guys did not know what to expect. People have yet to know my personality and my capability. Just 2 months into office, tragedy struck Zamboanga City. The infamous September 2013 siege happened. We were all caught off guard. People were scared and were trying to make sense of what just had happened. During those dark moments, we were given an opportunity to show our brand of leadership. We were tasked by no less than the mayor, Mayor Beng, to lead the hostage processing unit and supervise the well-being of the hostages. From hostage identification to hostage pickups in extraction points to hostage debriefing and providing them with social care to arranging their releases and reunion with their respective family members. This was our baptism of fire. This experience also taught me the value of teamwork. We were able to showcase our ability to lead and manage personnel that led to the accomplishment of the task at hand. Right after that incident, we immediately went to work. We filed a council resolution and consequently an ordinance banning the sale and use of firecrackers and pyrotechnic devices because the wounds of war were still fresh and majority of the people were still traumatized. With the help of then Mayor Duterte. I was lucky to have him as my personal consultant, and the support of my colleagues. We were able to successfully pass and implement it. However, today we seem to have already moved on. We might review that policy. Also, it was during my first term, I will never forget, my first ever city council resolution requesting the transfer and expansion of the city jail. Today, it is slowly materializing. This will provide a more humane environment for the inmates, encourage them to have better lives, and likewise provide a safer environment for the community. 2016, on my second term, it was quite a challenge for me. If you would allow me to walk you through it, I figured that to serve our constituents better, we have to equip ourselves with more knowledge and understanding about leadership and public governance. We decided to pursue our master's degree in public management at the Ateneo de Manila University School of Government. It meant having classes every Saturday in Manila. It was no joke shouldering all the demanding expenses of quality education. No government scholarship, unlike my other classmates. I had to wisely manage my finances. More so, it was also difficult refusing weekend party invites from college friends because I had schoolwork to do and had early classes the following day. But it was all worth the sacrifice. We crossed the finish line and made it to graduation. As a result, we were able to craft quality public policies and performed in local legislation. We initiated and tirelessly worked hard for the creation of a local youth council that shall provide a direction for the youth of Zamboanga. We authored the Youth Development Council of the City of Zamboanga Ordinance, a body wherein government projects and programs shall be sensitive to the needs of the youth from all sectors. Programs for the youth, by the youth, and of the youth. Furthermore, as part of the curriculum, we were required to submit a Governance Innovation Report, or GIR. It is also the equivalent of a thesis. This pushed us to jumpstart the grassroots consultation for crafting the 11 Islands or 11 Islas Ordinance. This was a very, very complicated responsibility because of the intricacies involved. We had to ensure the protection and preservation of the environment while integrating community participation and empowerment. It was not an ordinary ecotourism destination. Thanks to all those who, one way or another, contributed to the drafting and passage of this ordinance. The 11 Islands has a long way to go, but I am proud it is improving, although be it slowly but surely. This eco-cultural tourist destination will guarantee a refreshing and relaxing experience. Its beauty is truly amazing and breathtaking. Other ordinances we authored are the Business CCTV Ordinance, the Public-Private Partnership Ordinance. With the help of my colleagues, we were also the co-author and co-sponsor of many more legislation the past 6 years. Today, Zamboanga City is confronted with numerous challenges: unstable electricity, insufficient water supply, traffic congestion, law and order, but one of the more glaring problems is our waste management, both solid waste and wastewater. For the next 3 years, consistent with our campaign advocacy, we will focus our efforts on the enforcement and compliance of Republic Act 9003, otherwise known as the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, and Republic Act 9275, otherwise known as the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004. Improper disposal of garbage is not only an eyesore, but also poses serious health problems to human beings and to our environment. In line with this, we shall lobby for the construction of multiple material recovery facilities in strategic locations across the city and provisions of durable garbage bins in every major street. We shall provide an efficient and effective systematic process of garbage collection, recycling, and disposal. We shall also work on our wastewater. We will look into the possibility of a private-public collaboration with the private sector regarding this aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, in the upcoming years, we shall always be mindful that our actions and decisions are aligned and calibrated with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, eradicate poverty and hunger, promote good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, innovative industry, climate change, and peace. Achieving all of this will not be possible without your support and participation. Every single person. We need each other, manayudahan kita. To my colleagues, as what I have said in 2016, I firmly believe that what brings us together is far more powerful than one can pull us apart. I repeat, I firmly believe that what brings us together is far more powerful than what can pull us apart. Let us work together to approve policies that will uplift the lives of our fellow Zamboangueños. Most importantly, protect the interests of the poor, the vulnerable, and the marginalized. Let us all unite and build strong political and economic institutions that will promote and protect the principles of democracy and good governance, transparency, accountability, and people participation. Let us make wise decisions so that future generations will have better lives. Let us make Zamboanga City a better place than yesterday. The success of our city solely depends on us. We have the power to chart our future. Let us not waste time. Let us act now. Zamboanga City is a very beautiful city, unique and one of a kind. It is very close to my heart, a city where I grew up and will forever call home. I am Benjamin B. Gingona IV, a public servant, a legislator, and a proud Zamboangueño. To end, I would like to quote John Maxwell. He said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." Once again, to all of you, thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias. May God continue to bless Zamboanga City, the Philippines, and all of us. Gracias.
Let's listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable Josephine E. Pareja.
Former Mayor, Pambengklim ako. My only vice, Vice Mayor Romelagan, my brother, Congressman Joe Jimenez, of course, Congressman Manix Dalipe, represented by the father, former Mayor Manny Dalipe, fellow councilors, everyone present here, buenos dias, assalamualaikum, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Parang kailan lang, huling inaugural speech ko na pala ito as last term, councilor. Klaro po, councilor. Natutuwa si Councilor Bong. Parang kailan lang ng isang batang San Ramon ay nangarap maglingkod sa publiko bilang SK Chairman, naging SK Federation President, at nagsilbi bilang punong barangay ng minamahal kong barangay ng Talisayan sa loob ng 3 termino. Nanalo bilang City Councilor sa sariling pagsisikap noong 2013 at minahal ng publiko bilang moher mapuwersa na patuloy na pinapalakas ng inyong tiwala, rason kung bakit sa huling termino ko bilang konsehal naging numero 1 sa Distrito 1. I am conveying my heartfelt gratitude to the people who paved way to where I am now, who stood by me despite all issues and challenges, who continued to trust in me when my credibility is being attacked, who despite all the odds remain a believer of Mujer Mapuerza. Con el Nana del Pueblo, la Alcaldesa María Isabel Climaco Salazar, con quien tanya makita cariñosamente como Mambeng. My sincerest gratitude to you, Ma'am. Words are not enough to tell how grateful I am for everything that you have done to me. Kahit matigas yung ulo ko maminsan. Sorry. Hinahanap ni Ma'am kung saan yung gown ko ngayon. Pasensya na, 3 taon pa daw bago matapos tayin. Sorry, Ma'am. Thank you for the encouragement and the opportunity to work side by side and hand in hand with you, Ma'am. You will always be one of the examples of exemplary leaders that I look up to. Ma'am Beng, I'm fortunate to have you as my mayor, just as how lucky and blessed is the city to still have you as theirs. That proves that Zamboanga City needs today a strong, eldeberasan valiente, and at the same time, a caring mother. I'm also favored enough by our Almighty God, who have a loyal and kind-hearted friends and supporters around me that offered their time and put more efforts in campaigning for me. Like my classmates, nandito daw ang isa kong classmate, si Ivy, my batchmates, and the Alumni Association of Claret of Zamboanga City, the Urban Poor Association headed by Madam Marisa Aizon, maraming salamat po. The Taugama Fraternity and Sorority, my salute, my brothers and sisters. The Team Climaco, ngayon hindi na ako sesenyasan ni Boss Arnold Atilano ng 5 minutes, nandito po. Maraming salamat, my manager. I love you, sir. Thank you for everything. The barangay officials, maraming salamat, especially the Peber Casa, Kap Tito, Espiritu Santo, Consel JR, sila talaga yung naniniwalang na magiging number 1 si Consel Tin. JR, maraming salamat. Of course, Kagawad Pipi, andito ba? Kagawad Pipi, maraming salamat. Kung pangit man ako ngayon o maganda, kasalanan ni Kagawad Pipi yan, ang talisayan. Maraming salamat, Consel Tin. My dedicated staff, and my very determined campaign leaders, the Team Mapuerza, and of course, my family, my father at home, get well soon pa, I love you. Baka nanonood din si Papa sa bahay. And those who have campaigned for me without being asked to, your efforts paid off well by being able to put me number 1. Zamboangueños, I'm humbled by the amount of trust you have given me, of my colleagues during this recent election. This is your victory. Ustedes, ella dale mandato conmigo, y mi compañeros y compañeras. De ustedes voto, ella determina el clase de líderes ustedes necesita para tener un progresivo ciudad de Zamboanga, quien con orgullo ustedes puede hablar el de aton ciudad. I am deeply honored to be given the opportunity to serve as city councilor for the 3rd term, and knowing that most of you invested the highest trust and confidence in me motivates me to better myself as public servant, thereby giving the best in me in serving you. Serving my 2nd term had been the most challenging. When I dared to take the most dreaded committee, the Committee on Peace and Order. Tiene tabla conmigo, no acepta con el committee. Kay si Tanche na Committee del Peace and Order, ta perde na siguiente eleksyon. Deberasan, no hay gadyo pwede durmi. con este palabra. Kaya dayon man eleksyon niya. But now, it's all myth. Because I dared to break the curse many feared. To those who discourage me to chair the peace and order, out of concern, I'll repeat, out of concern, but still stood by me. Thank you for trusting that I can do it. But to those who never believe I can, they say, when people say you can't, just smile and say, watch me. Surely they watch. And if I will be given this committee twice, then they shall see me do it twice. I have now proven that a woman, un mujer mapuersa, can lead the Peace and Order Committee and still win in the succeeding election. Gracias a Dios, y ha guiado conmigo dentro de pasa término. Razón porque tiene muchas cosas buen éxito. El MAGA Committee y dale conmigo, especialmente el Committee del Peace and Order. I shall welcome whatever committee is entrusted to me with utmost willingness to make the best of what I can to steer the committee towards giving quality service to the constituents. I shall also continue to stand against issues affecting the dignity, security, and welfare of the people. El mujer mapuersa nunca está silencio en diferentes asuntos donde yo el debe queda de ustedes voz. The writer-philosopher Voltaire first said, and Spider-Man reiterates, that with great power comes great responsibility. Being numero uno na Distrito 1 is a privilege that I shall use positively to influence positive change in our city because it is my responsibility to honor the enormous trust and confidence you have given me. Knowing that 75,546 constituents are behind me, I shall dare to be braver as a leader and public servant. Distrito 1, muchas gracias for the resounding victory. Con el Señor que añadale conmigo el tercer término, como concejal del pueblo, todo el alabanzas para contigo. Este el de ustedes servidora, Josephine Pinpin Pareja, el mujer mapuersa. Muchísimas gracias.
Let's listen to the inaugural address of the Honorable John M. Belipe.
Our beloved City Mayor, Honorable Maria Isabel G. Climaco, Vice Mayor Romel S. Agan, Congressman Cesar L. Jimenez Jr., Congressman Manix Dalipe, my fellow Sangguniang Panglinsod members, General T.P. Salazar, my political godfather, department heads, assistant department heads, and their respective personnel, distinguished guests, our friends in the media, ladies and gentlemen, people of Zamboanga, buenos dias, good morning. This is my second time being given the opportunity to be in the Sangguniang Panglinsod. Thus, I could not avoid to have these mixed emotions as I try to remember that for the last 16 years in public service, a portion of which was spent in this office, both as SK Federation President and City Councilor. Today, I am here again in this podium for my inaugural message, no longer as an ex-officio member, but as a regular member of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. And I am very happy indeed to have the honor to deliver my message, not only before this council, but also to the entire people of Zamboanga City. Foremost, I would like to welcome this opportunity to thank the 85,745 voters of District 2 for their overwhelming trust and confidence in my abilities and capabilities to assume the office of a city councilor. I won as the #1 elected city councilor in District 2, #1 overall councilor in the city of Zamboanga. This I considered as a contract, as this representation will perform good faith at all times, which will be my guiding principle for governance for the next 3 years. According to the Latin phrase, Vox Populi, Vox Dei, which means the voice of the people is the voice of God. As a city official of the city of Zamboanga, I am vested by a mandate of the people whom I am to serve for this term. Henceforth, my primary duty is to safeguard that mandate of trust and confidence reposed upon me by the electorate, the people of Zamboanga City. As I become a servant in accordance with the spirit of the covenant of the hearts between me and the people of Zamboanga City, with all humility and deep gratitude, I accept such responsibility, and in God's grace, I shall not fail to perform the duties and responsibilities of my present position. But before I forget, I believe that I have many to be grateful for. Over and above, allow me to praise and thank our Almighty God, and all honor and glory must be given to Him. I am especially grateful to my family, my father, former Vice Mayor, former Mayor Manny Dalipe, my mother, Maria Rosario Mendoza Dalipe, for guiding me and molding me into what I am today. I'd also like to acknowledge the Congressman for the 2nd District, Kuya Manix Dalipe, who was an epitome of a fighter, yet good leader. I'd also like to express my sincerest gratitude to the people around who made me a councilor through thick and thin. To Team Climaco, I'd also like to thank Eddie Saavedra, Kap Sami Natividad, Kagawad Eki Perez, and of course, Arnold Atilano for the support. I wanted to be the floor leader, as it was the practice before. But it's okay. I'm appealing to all my colleagues in the City Council to be united and let us join together with the people as our partner in one vision for the love of Zamboanga City. A vision that we can achieve if we work together towards development that benefit directly not only the present generation but also the incoming generation. And I am here to support the administration of Mayor Beng Climaco. With my oath of office, yo, si Konsehal Jan Mendoza Dalipe, con todo corazón, yo taura, para servir en buenamente junto con el otro oficiales y empleado de este gobierno local para na buen y progreso de todo. Otra vez, gracias a todos y buenos días.
At this juncture, let's now listen to the inaugural address of the representative from the 1st District of Zamboanga, the Honorable Cesar L. Jimenez Jr.
First, my apologies to Attorney Kenneth. Pasensya to no pwede usar el cosa tuya sagad monumento hindi para sinta. Why? Because that would mean I'd be blocking the view of my wife, si Tina.
Para sabi ito, kanilbos na kasa. Only those who dare shall achieve their goal. To the Honorable City Mayor Maria Isabel Climaco Salazar, Ma'am, and then aga pa lang, entra pa lang kami Alabaho, when we said our prayers, si Ma'am Beng was already shedding tears. Aura Tamirayo, every time she listens to you, close to tears naman le. That's who Mayor Beng is. Con todo corazon, takile para kanatun, whether you like her or not. I remember in our campaign, kung beses tayo niya yura na kampanya. In our rallies, takay kami daton luha, especially when we see our leader, como si Mambeng Tayura. And I believe in magic. Sabi ustedes, cuanto maiden session niya yun attend, pirmi si Chene magic. Akita principia el unidad del diatun todo elegido oficiales that I hope we will have today and in the coming days. Yung kita ko ng mga respetable members ng Konseho, kita pidi unity. I hope that will be the start. I remember in one of our maiden session, Senegal pending issue kumigo na Committee on Ethics. Reklamo kumigo at the time when I was a member of the City Council. In our maiden session, after hearing kung na presiding officer, kita presale kung na role the opposition, I stood in our maiden session and apologized to my colleagues in the City Council. I said sorry for everything, and no less than, I still recall at the time, Councilor Aman Nuño, yung ninong iaparatame na kontesta para el kaso na reklamo kumigo na Committee on Ethics, kita ya. So ang sinapirmi kita ta prinsipya, maiden session, to my kumpare, Attorney Romel Agan, to the members of the City Council, ano we man start? I'll start with the lady, Elmo Herma Puersa, Cons Pinpin, to my kumpare, Councilor Bong, to my seatmate in the City Council, nakatsempo si Councilor Jerky, another kumpare, Councilor Litlit, mag-uusap din tayo. To my brother, thank you for the kind gesture. To Councilor Kimer Olaso. To my idol, Cons Hanapi. To my kapatid, Councilor Umaga. To Monsi, Sir Monsi. To Councilor Kim, Cons BG, Cons John, Konsehala, Jihan Eding, to my classmate, Councilor Mike Alabar, to my sister, Lilibet, to John, to my kumpare, happy birthday, igual kun Mike, Cons Jerry Perez, to BP Alago. I don't know si Anis bakit di kumilinante aga, pero hi Bits. And of course to my dad, to my idol, Nuay Jowo Ledesma Jimenez, sinuay si Attorney Sang Jimenez. Con todo, con ustedes, buenos días. To all public servants, good morning. Assalamualaikum. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. To my family, to my friends, to the people who remain true to friendship and leadership we offer, to the people of Zamboanga City, ustedes, el bossing, el boss di Jowo Ledesma Jimenez, a blessed good day to everyone. Let me share what we first learned in Congress. We were told to be friends of everybody. We were told to be kind, especially to the secretariat.
of the House of Representatives. That I tried to follow when I was a member of this august body. I was so nice, I hope, to the Secretariat of the City Council and have made friends with all the members, kung todo konsehal, mas hindi igual din ang mga partido. Sana po, ojalá si Tiyempo, as we start our term, ay sinigita unidad aquí na siyudad de Zamboanga. I say this with all sincerity. I will beg you that we stay united. 2022, Senegenta pensaya about 2022, but yung iman ustedes ko el Presidente Duterte, after naming the future Speaker of the 18th Congress, tabele that he will push for charter change. That would mean perhaps possible term extensions to those sitting in the elected office, and possibly even the lifting of the term limits. To deseo mi objeto, my loyalty is to the people. Honor, principle, integrity. This has been a battle cry in 2007, in 2010, and in 2013. All of which I undertook to achieve to the most meaningful and fullest possible means. Not because I am a man of wisdom, but because I thought of myself as a member of the community that I represent. And yes, standing before you today is the man used to take the podiums of this august body, walking back and forth, eager for his time, and some would call it grandstanding. But to me, that is representation. Now it really feels good to be back here. It feels like homecoming. This is home. Por eso, nagitusinta kami na La Riba. I wanted to sit, number one, beside my dad. Because, because I will always be one of you. One of the boys, aquí na konseho, que taruga, que pronto kita mangkwento para el bien del ciudad de Zamboanga. This is the institution that helped shape the statesman that I am. This is the institution that taught me so much of what I know about leadership, about camaraderie, politics even, about being outnumbered, about being betrayed. This is where I learned how it feels to be prevailed over. Yet, this is the same institution that taught me how to rise back despite the odds. This is the very same institution that taught me it does not matter if you stand alone, for as long as you stand for what is right. It does not matter that you don't say what most expect to hear, for as long as you speak the truth. This is the very institution that taught me how to stand for what I believe, not because I'm stubborn or infallible, but because in this hall, I speak for my people. I speak for the people I represent. In this hall, I am my district. Now we have made it a notch higher. And it is clear to me that much that I want to think that I am a neophyte, my district expects more. They expect more from someone they call their own. This is a challenge we face. During the campaign, I committed to be your voice in Congress. I committed to fight for you. I committed to be of service to the public. Now you ask, how do I intend to do this? Looking back to the issues that I firmly stand, what was predominant that are recurrent, seemingly recurrent, cyclical issues on our basic utilities, water and energy. Agua y luz. These are basic home necessities as na kita debit tene nakada un casa. Nakada un pamilya, pero pirmi, unfortunately, tasupri kita. Several years back, I took the courage to what politicians are expected to hold back. But I am not a politician. I have been discussing these issues before this session hall, before each public forum that I can attend to, roaring on the top of my lungs, calling their attention, but they seem not to heed the proposals and submissions of an independent young man, wanting for his people to be heard. But now, I have all the eyes and ears. Here I say, and I mean this with all due respect, to be precise, I'm really hoping that our Zamboanga City Water District will have a better management team. And for our electricity issues, and the Atom Samselco, we need to declare what is obvious. Hopefully, the power supply agreements that they have entered into may be reviewed. Earlier, I started to speak about homecoming, about home. And this is what I wish to tell the public, that the trust of our office is built upon the foundations of home, the basic social institution that defines us and the future generations. Like every father of a family, I dream of a decent shelter. And in this place, I wish to reside with my family, secured from outside harm, protected from ailments, as I seek to provide my children with a better education. It may sound too simple to some, but this is what we need. This is how I picture Zamboanga City, a family, a home provided with the most basic necessities of existence. This was my commitment to Zamboanga City in the last elections. Decent shelters, erected not on the first 100 days, but a revisit of the housing plans and programs of the national government to make sure that our programs are aligned with that of the central government to render us capable of comprehensive state benefits. On health, undeniably, this was the focus of our campaign, and this shall be the core service that we aim to advocate. Upon assumption to office, we made outright coordinations with agencies by whose mandate are to provide health care services. And this early, we are mapping the yardstick to improve our health care provisions and requests for fund augmentation. On education, as blunt as I can be, it has reached us that some scholars of the congressional office are anxious, asking whether or not they shall be retained. With this, I feel every parent's concern on their child's education. And I wish to make clear that the moment I sit in the congressional chair, I have an obligation to the office. But more importantly, I have an obligation to the people. Politics must never be a hindrance to government service. To those who never believed in our capacity, this may sound just basic, but isn't this the role of the government? To be there when our people need us, and that is basic. Before I end, I'd like to thank everybody. Hindi I mention na uno-uno ko na ustedes, but let me share to you a short talk that I had with Sir T.P. Salazar on the eve of the election, when it was already obvious that we were winning, or we won. I called him to say thank you. Kaya kami sa Sir TV, ikaw kasi, ang yabang-yabang mo. Pagbutihin mo sa susunod. Perhaps, amo sel, Sene, Camira, kung Jowo Ledesma Jimenez. But I hope, in this time, I can prove to you that Jowo Ledesma Jimenez, un simple hijo de Ayala, un opisyal. I do not even consider myself an official of the city of Zamboanga, but a public servant que pwede ustedes atraca y mancuento para pwede kita mira cosa mas debe hacer con el datong ciudad de Zamboanga. I'd like to acknowledge my good friend from District 2, Congressman Manix Dalipe, represented by former Mayor Dalipe. Yung prinsipyo kami na Kongreso, Kong Manix was there also to guide us. In ending, I'd like to say, the learnings I had, I shall bring with me. To the lessons I am to meet, I shall prepare. To the dream that we are to achieve, we dare, because only those who dare shall achieve their goal. Muchas gracias, maraming salamat po. Daghang salamat, magsugod.
Mr. Secretary, kindly have it on record that the Honorable Manuel Jose M. Dalipe Jr. formally sent a communication to my office, sending his utmost regrets for not being able to attend our event this morning since it coincides with an equally important matter requiring his presence in Manila.
That is duly noted, Your Honor. At this point, the presiding officer will now deliver his inaugural address.
Mayor Beng Climaco, my kumpare, Congressman Jowo Jimenez of the 1st District, Congressman Manix Dalipe, represented by former Mayor Manny Dalipe, my esteemed colleagues in the Sangguniang, our friends in the barangay, the Punong Barangays and Kagawads, our heroes from the security sector who keep the peace in our city, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine National Police, the Coast Guard, BJMP, Bureau of Fire. Our partners from the different agencies of the national government. Special mention, of course, to my former colleague, Assistant Secretary Mayra Paz Valderosa Abubakar, and our friends from the academy. City department heads, fellow public servants, friends from the business sector, distinguished guests, buenos dias a todos. Maayong udto kanatong tanan. Almost 40 years ago, the man I look up to and idolize started his political career as a public servant in the city as a member of the Sangguniang. He later on rose from the ranks in politics and offered the best years of his life to the people of Zamboanga, eventually serving 3 terms as mayor of Zamboanga City, a city not of his birth, but a city he loved as his own. 9 years ago, as I took my first few steps into the realm of public service on my first term as city councilor, I fondly recall Mayor Vitaliano Agan. Today, I still miss him, and I dedicate to him and to his loyal supporters my recent victory in the recent political exercise. And I continue to challenge myself that I will continue to honor the good name given to me, which I cherish and value more than any other material things. Mio tata, ya insignia conmigo, el posisyon na gobyerno hindi para sa negosyo. The Holy Scriptures teaches us that a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Today, I stand here humbled and grateful for the trust bestowed upon me and for the opportunity and privilege to serve as the Vice Mayor of the city. To all those who helped and contributed to this success with the blessings of God, my sincerest gratitude to one and all. During our recent oath-taking, I honored several great women who contributed to this success. Today, allow me to continue to honor them again. My mother, Nenita Benjola Samonte, I think she's here. My wife, Merizeta Zaide Agan. My sister, Rita Alfie Samonte Agan. And last but not the least, Mayor Beng Climaco. The law-taking ngayon pwede mention na. Ara admitio, si Attorney Meng Agan, Mama's boy. De veras, I happen to be the favorite son of my parents. You know why. Mayor Beng, as the city's vice mayor, I offer to exert my very best to shepherd the legislative measures needed by your priorities. The campaign and elections are over. It is time to roll up our sleeves and start working together. To my colleagues in the City Council, I humbly appeal for your cooperation as our city is faced with several challenges. Si naman cosa ya pasa o ya puede cosa hace del tiempo del campaña which may have hurt anyone, I would like to extend my deepest apologies. I offer you now my hand in friendship and reconciliation. As your presiding officer in the Sanggunian, rest assured of my fair and equal treatment for all. United, we can accomplish a lot. Manada problema sa enfrenta de atong syudad, uno ya el problema de kuryente. Upon the instructions and directions of Her Honor the City Mayor, I was tasked to be the focal person of the city. And I would like to report today, I just flew in actually from Manila to attend a hearing at the ERC yesterday afternoon. I would like to report that the parties involved in the ERC case are still exerting their best efforts to arrive at a mutually acceptable new compromise agreement. And they are doing so, continuing in good faith negotiations to arrive at some middle ground which they can agree to. But there is an assurance coming from both parties that while they continue to negotiate, some CELCO will continue to nominate power, and WMPC undertook to to continue to dispatch. I see some representatives of WMPC here and some representative of some CELCO. So at least, mentras ang kwento pa sila, continua mag-provide power el WMPC na some CELCO. Maybe I can ask the representatives of both parties present here today. Maybe you can extend to the big bosses in Manila who will continue to negotiate and talk. I understand there will be a meeting on Thursday. Na negosasyon, debe tiene, give and take. And always put the priority of the people of Zamboanga before anything else. Hindi pwede na negotiation, give and take lang pirmi. Someone has to give, Senator Mendebe, take. Hindi pwede give and take. Hopefully on Thursday, you will arrive at something agreeable for the benefit of the people of Zamboanga. To all those who reposed on me their trust and confidence with their vote, thank you very much. Yo, si Atty. Meng Agan, el de ustedes Vice Mayor. I will be Vice Mayor not only of the 104,976 who voted for me, but will be Vice Mayor of each and every Zamboangueño. I shall not fail you as your Vice Mayor and will continue to make a difference in the life of every Zamboangueño. Muchas gracias, daghang salamat, magsukul. Again, I love you 3,000. Now let us listen to the inaugural address of our Honor the City Mayor, Honorable Maria Isabel G. Climaco.
This is my address to the Sangguniang Panglungsod as we already made our inaugural address. Con representante de Distrito 1, Cesar Ledesma Jimenez Jr. Representante Manuel José Mendoza Dalipe de Distrito 2. Aquí dice papá, el antes alcalde Dalipe. El vicealcalde Romel S. Agan. El concejala Josephine E. Pareja. Albert C. Atilano. Kimmer Adan T. Olaso. Joselito A. Macrohon. Rogelio L. Velasco Hijo. Valesco Hijo. Cesar M. Jimenez Sr. Crisanto B. de la Cruz. Concejal Elkin Umaga. El diatun concejales de Distrito 2, John M. Dalipe. Benjamin B. Gingona IV. Juan Climaco P. Elago II. Lilibeth M. Nuño. Miguel C. Alavar, feliz cumpleaños contigo. Aljihan R. Eding. Jimmy B. Villaflores. Vincent Paul A. Elago. El diatun presidente del ABC, Jerry E. Perez. Feliz cumpleaños también. El IP representative Tungku B. Hanapi y el SK Federation President Kerry John O. Piok. Jefes del Departamento de Gobierno Local, pabor lebanta. Sila ay ayuda kanakon impuha mga programas, plataformas, y serbisyo en este año 2019 and beyond. Buenas tardes. El día de mga jefes que te representa el gobierno nacional bajo la liderato del diato amable presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte, favor levantar, aquí si Asek Mayra y también el diato mga diferente mga director que aquí este día. Y también con todos mga representantes del diferente gobierno local y nacional. Compañeros del servicio público, oficiales y representantes del 98 barangay que está aquí. Buenos días y gracias por ustedes venida desde allá en La Paz, desde la Capisan, más que Puerto el Ulan, aquí vosotros todo. Representantes de varios sectores, miembros de la familia que está aquí este día, con el mga esposo, esposa, tata y nana, hermano y hermana, buenos días. Querido compoblanos, cristiano, muslim y lumad sambuangueño, Attorney Kenneth y mga compañeros del Sangguniang Panglungsod, alabanza con Dios Todopoderoso y Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San José. Taquionia de ustedes presencia este día, igual con todo canila que ya conversa, el Kadar, el propio tiempo del Dios. Dios todo solamente ya hace posible. Si Jesús lang, ya dale ka natin la oportunidad para di aton continued deseo para servir y amar y valiente proteger con el di aton único ciudad amable, ciudad de Zamboanga. Con todo, con ustedes, si alcalde Ben Clímaco, ta ama y ta sirvi y valiente proteger con el diaton ciudad de Zamboanga. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kanyukatan. Zamboangan, katu ini katan. Diaton esto. El diaton ciudad, atin itong lahat. El diaton ciudad. Gracias a Dios también por el mandato de todo mga elegido oficiales, favor levanta. Toca kita mano con Dios solamente por la oportunidad que dale a natin. El de ustedes rezo, voto y soporta te inspira más para hacer el bien por todos los vivientes de Ciudad de Zamboanga. El familia Clímaco te agradece con todos los ciudadanos zamboangueños que demuestra el grande amor y soporta desde antes. Del mayo 13, sabe yo que de mi nana Teresa para su única hija, junto con montonadas de mga vivientes, incluido el mga bata, y antes de su cumpleaños de mayo 14, ya regala el Dios y la Virgen con Victoria García Clímaco, mi nana, el Victoria para su única hija, para el tercer término como alcaldesa de ciudad. Mío, grande agradecimiento con Dios, Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar y San José, y con todo con ustedes. My dad, Jolly, his picture is there, who served as Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, upheld the Sangguniang Panglungsod. Aki iyo ya impesa. This is where I began, just a little girl tagging along my dad, then a teenager, visiting the barangays, the private secretary to the vice mayor, tutoring a child of SP employees, and then elected as city councilor. Attorney Kenneth, y también con el SP secretary, mga miembros del Sangguniang Panglungsod, I am forever grateful. Aquí kami ya impesa. Vice Mayor Meng, Congressman Chawo, and Congressman Manix. Aquí kami todo ya impisa como mga legisladores. Taapelayo con todo mga miembros manayudahan kita. Cumplir el diaton mandato, realizar necesario legislación para el bienestar de toda la ciudad de Zamboanga. Además, representa kita diferente partido, pero na tiempo de legislación, we debate, we question, we criticize, and we investigate, we interpolate. But after the discussions and disagreements, I urge you to unite and vote for measures that will best serve our people. I assure you that under our collective administration, this third and last opportunity to be mayor of Zamboanga, I will uphold not only the Sangguniang Panglungsod, but the entire city of Zamboanga, and with the help of our department heads, continue to ensure the best that Zamboanga City can offer, because I know when my time comes to bid goodbye, somebody will also give their best for the city. And this is our time to do what is best. We need to unite for Zamboanga City and its people to progress. The people of Zamboanga chose us the sweeping victory of 2 district representatives plus the vice mayor and the entire electorate of Zamboanga that has voted us and has given us the opportunity is indeed by virtue of the grace of God alone. Si Jesus yaste este posible. The tasks and challenges ahead are tough and plenty. Yet, when we learn to work together beyond party lines, between political colors, both personal ambitions and beyond interest, then nothing will be impossible to make Zamboanga City progress. Today we gather because we have chosen hope over fear. Our faith in Jesus has led us to this moment, a reminder that we cannot ever allow ourselves to be dictated upon. No more blanket authority, but the real democracy in this legislature. That time has come for us to value our mandate por causa este todo con Dios solamente. Este el deseo del mga votante, del mga vivientes. Este el propio tiempo de Dios. Necesita kita todo uni y trabajar para la ciudad de Zamboanga. Pidió con el diato mga legisladores ayuda y con todo con ustedes na este de mi tercer término para hacer con el diato ciudad más resiliente y darle más oportunidad con el diato único ciudad de Zamboanga. Security remains our top priority. After we have installed our surveillance system with more than 100 CCTV cameras placed in strategic areas, we will push for the completion of our command and data center in Kabatangan with the support, and we will continue to support our security sector. Pabor levanta. Muchas gracias con todo con ustedes. Que te dale el esfuerzo, que te protege con la ciudad de Zamboanga. Thank you all. Thank you very much. We will also provide equipment for our security forces, and soon we will be turning this over so that we will intensify the security of Zamboanga. We will address our housing backlog of 18,000 and more households through land banking and resettlement and sustainable management to the completion of the local shelter plan. Ay ayudar al gobierno local tiene mga lote y caserías el día con mga vivientes, especialmente aquellos que te necesita. Este el pedimiento del día con mga líderes del día con urban poor. The Sangguniang Panglungsod must pass an ordinance appropriating funds for land banking, resettlement, as well as approval of the local shelter plan. La protección del medio ambiente está importante y hace todo lo que debe el gobierno local para realizar kita, kay sabi kita, climate change is here and we really have to mitigate. We will push for more sustainable and efficient cleanliness campaign and enforce strict solid waste segregation. El limpieza del ciudad es responsabilidad de todo. Por eso, tiene que dar deber para personal responsabilidad voluntariamente buta el basura na mga propio lugar. Empezando kanatun, si verdad kita tama con el diaton syudad, desea en limpieza, na pensamiento, na palabra, y na diaton mga actos positivo para la ciudad. The completion of the sanitary landfill cell 2 and other cells in the future is underway and will establish more transfer stations and additional materials recovery facilities. We need the support of the Sangguniang Panglungsod for the city's environment code, for a holistic approach in tackling our environment problems, the passage of the Zero Plastic Policy Ordinance after the weekend dry runs were introduced. La continual rehabilitación del mga parque y también el centro na Artilim Bolivar y también na Paseo, parte se del fondo que dale kanatun el DBM bajo na Green program. El amplio supply del corriente, como ya mencioné antes, y el agua necesita para sostener el progreso del diaton ciudad. For water security, our water supply management requires us to construct small water impoundments and other water supply system projects. Kay quiere si Mayor Beng na 98 barangay ay tiene kita recursos de agua. I have directed this and we want to see this realized. It also involves policies on rainwater harvesting and the establishment of wastewater treatment facilities. We will also tackle water security through the water demand management by strengthening our information and education campaign about water-saving plumbing fixtures and water-efficient facilities. Under Power, we will explore new options and technologies on alternative energy in government structures and facilities and facilitate investments in sustainable power supply. Vice Mayor Meng has been tasked as a point person on power concerns and has been meeting with the ERC, and let us really pray that the consumers of Zamboanga will have the right and opportunity for 24-hour affordable, sustainable electricity without power failure. We need to support of the Sangguniang Panglungsod in updating our investment code, the revenue code, the real property tax system, and its sustainable, fair, and progressive. El de ustedes ayuda, contribuir para hacer más vivo el de ating ekonomiya y negosyo. Verdad, además se tiene kita 2013 Zamboanga Siege, pero bien grande el confianza del de ating mga investor, and they have chosen Zamboanga City as their development site for economic development. Let us all work to realize this. El tráfico, el de aton también promoting the use of technology and governance by introducing computerized system to improve efficiency in government as well as our ISO certification. Na di aton mga kamino, está uno también el di aton mga concerne que necesita kita resolve. Si kita tama con el di aton ciudad de Zamboanga, sige kita con el ley del tráfico, inumas kita man karerahan. Por causa de mucho mga aksidente. Kay si pakemodo, de largo el pila, ay liga lang siyempre kita na di aton destinasyon. Very important is the personal responsibility of the commuting and the driving public to respect the laws. We will open new roads and widen critical strategic roads to alleviate traffic and accommodate the increasing volume of vehicles in our streets. We request the Sangguniang to remain steadfast in reviewing and updating our traffic code as we push for the modernization of our public transport system. Tarindi kita gracias, kita kita el diaton mga planos de trafiko para queda mas científico. El salud y educación ta este el diaton prioridad, and we will increase our social assistance and financial support to indigent families and victims of calamities and disaster. Our social infrastructure programs will also continue as we build more climate change resilient school buildings, health centers, daycare centers, and other infrastructure that is also provided to benefit LDAT, beste mga nana, preñada, hasta LDATun, mga senior citizens na siyudad de Zamboanga. We will expand our livelihood and skills training program, including our efforts for agricultural and fishery development, particularly food security. In our efforts for social inclusion and people's participation, we will forge stronger partnerships with non-government organizations and will also help in the pursuit of transparency, accountability, and good governance. We will fight for the transfer of BARM and SPDA properties in Kabatangan in favor of the local government unit as we envision to build our new city hall. We will remain persistent in our desire to return the regional center of Zamboanga in the city of Zamboanga and lobby for the transfer of the international airport to Mercedes with the help of our Congress representatives as we develop our planned city's extension in the East Coast, un nuevo pueblo para todo kita puede gozar. Parte este del atong sueño na ciudad bajo na Comprehensive Land Use Plan, que ay guía el dirección y desarrollo del diatong ciudad. Te pidió con el Consejo Local aprueba con este junto con el Zoning Ordinance before the end of July 2019. And by July 16, we will be able to realize this. Produkto del dedikasyon y buen trabajo del diferente mga voces y sector que contribuí para hacer con este diatong plano. Otra vez, te pidió con todo con ustedes, el diatong Unido Voz, empezando con el 2 congresista diatong y miembros del Consejo para votar, aprobar y pasar la legislación que empuja mejoramiento del diatong ciudad. Kong Jawa, Kong Manix, Vice Mayor Neng, y todo mga konsehales. Uni kita para ama y servir con el diatong ciudad. Yo, si María Isabel García Clímaco Salazar, nacido de Ciudad de Zamboanga, taama y servir con el diatong ciudad y valiente proteger con el diatong ciudad cristiano, muslim y lumad. Y yo te habla muchísimas gracias y vaya con Dios a todos.
Personal yourself. Get a limited edition of Dunkin' Coffee mug and customize it because it comes with a free washable marker. Just add 80 pesos to any Best Buds combo or any Dream Deals, Big Deals, or the Bar bundle. Promo runs from July 1 to July 31, 2019.